When I first saw Tron Legacy, I thought it was all style and very little substance. But on rewatch, turns out this is so much better than some 2020s sci-fi movies. First, let me give you a quick plot summary, and then we will get into spoilers. This is a sci-fi action film release in 2010, and it's the sequel to Tron from 1982, so there will be spoilers for Tron 2. A young man, long troubled by the unexplained vanishing of his father, is drawn to an old arcade by a mysterious signal. There, he is transported into a digital realm engineered by his father decades earlier. Joined by a skilled ally, father and son must find a way out of this dazzling yet perilous virtual world. It's so much better than I remembered, and this is your last warning, there will be spoilers from now on. But let's talk about the visuals and graphics. These are outstanding. The world of Tron is iconic, recognizable and coherent. The original attempted the same, because I rewatched the original first, but they had limited technology. Yet they were still able to give us a clear depiction of the grid, which is probably the main feature of the movie, and also the main thing that I remembered thinking about this movie. I loved the fact that they showed the disc fight on top of the iconic light cycle game, which are also shown in the original. And if you've ever played Snake on a Nokia phone, you'll get flashbacks while watching the light cycle match. I didn't remember this part at all, but Michael Sheen's performance, he looked like a contemporary David Bowie, including makeup and costume. With his interpretation, Michael Sheen made a memorable character, despite the brief appearance. Sometimes when I see Michael Sheen in campy, peculiar roles, I don't buy it. Maybe I see him more suited for dramatic roles, such as in Far From the Madding Crowd. But don't get me wrong, he's a brilliant actor. And here, he was incredible. Yet another part I forgot about were the light jets that were behaving just like the light cycles, the motorbikes in the grid. And that was a really neat detail. I think I didn't really remember the entire second half of the movie. So this was cool to see. And to be fully transparent, I don't enjoy battle scenes much. They're not my thing. But I couldn't stop admiring the fight scenes, all the fight scenes in Tron Legacy. I don't know if Olivia Wilde is a controversial actress or something, I have no clue, honestly. But I love to see her, since I first saw her in House, which is one of my absolute favorite shows, and I thought that her features perfectly match the aesthetics of the entire world in Tron. Very few women would fit the type of character that she was playing, just like her. There was one thing that I couldn't really stand. Let's put it this way. If they could remaster the entire film, changing only the face of Clue, this would be a perfect movie. I thought he could have even kept the helmet for the entirety of the movie. Another character did it, and it worked perfectly. But this was really awful to see. It's truly the only thing I would change. I'm sure that I watched Tron back in the day, so probably right before watching Tron Legacy when it dropped in cinemas. But when it comes to planning the entire story, I'm glad that they planned Tron Legacy, so the sequel, as a standalone, because this way we got a proper ending, which is increasingly rare in cinema. And they did the same with Tron. I'm happy they didn't waste any time in a romance and focused on the father and son relationship instead, with just a couple of hints of affinity with Quora. But I'm happy when there's no romance and there's no need for romance. In sci-fi, but also in fantasy and other genres. Now, I randomly checked out Tron Legacy again, simply because I found it, but I had no idea that a new movie is coming this year, and this will be still in the Tron universe, but as I said, they originally planned Tron Legacy to be a standalone sequel. So I don't know how I feel about this new release, which should be called Tron Ares, because, well, first of all, I'm tired of seeing sequels in cinemas or on streaming platforms. There are so many original ideas out there, so many books they could pick up and adapt, but they keep doing sequels or remakes. So that's the first issue, and which is why I'm not super sure how to feel about this one, because we didn't need a sequel to be happy. But they could do the usual mess of trying to replicate the same atmosphere and plot without risking too much. Or they could create a new masterpiece. I stopped watching trailers a long time ago because they keep spoiling movies, and that's something I cannot stand. But this time I had to check it out, and once again, no spoilers for this one, but it seems like the plot will diverge from the first two movies. So I suppose it will just be in the Tron universe, which would be nice, because I really hope that they will maintain the unique and distinct visuals, which are incredible. So if they are able to maintain that, then maybe it might turn into an enjoyable movie, maybe not a masterpiece. I don't know, I hope it will be good. But I don't know how to feel about this. What are your thoughts on Tron Legacy first? And are you excited or concerned about the upcoming release of Tron Ares? Let me know in the comments, and feel free to suggest reviews for older movies, so it doesn't really need to be something new on streaming platforms. It can be something like Tron Legacy. Since I haven't had this channel for a long time, I can always give you new reviews or deep dive into certain films or TV shows, depending on how intrigued I'm by them. And since I was so happy about Tron Legacy and how good it looks, and I was pleased by the storytelling, I had to talk about it. And now that you watched this, check out the video on the screen. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.